Alright, so in today's video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through Mobil's apprenticeship program. I'm going to talk about the eligibility requirements, the recruitment stages, and just information that you need to know in order to get recruited into Mobil's apprenticeship program. Hello everyone and welcome back to the YouTube channel. I am Rhoda Olabisi. If you're for the first time, I'll need you to smash that subscribe button. It really helps my channel to grow. Side note, I'm on the road to 5,000 subscribers. So yeah, subscribe so that you can make that journey faster. So what you need to know first of all is that the applications are open to the 23rd of August 2023, number one. Number two, do not submit two applications. The moment you submit a second application, your application automatically gets disqualified. So make sure that you're just submitting one application, and when you're submitting it, take your time to fill out the information and submit the right documents so that you don't have to do it again and then get disqualified. Number three, the apprenticeship program is for a duration of 23 months. So that's basically a year and 11 months, if I'm correct. So that's the entire duration for the apprenticeship programs. Then number four, you'll get a confirmation email after you've submitted your application. If you don't get a confirmation email, just know that maybe there was something that was wrong with your internet when you clicked on submit and your application was not submitted. So once you submit an application, you're supposed to check your email to confirm that a confirmation email has been sent. So now let's get into the eligibility requirements. So number one is you must be Nigerian to qualify to apply for Mobil's apprenticeship program. Number two, you must have a valid government issued ID. So that could be your voter's card, that could be your international passport, that could be your NIN slip, and that could also be your driver's license. So any of these four options would work, right? Because you'll be required to submit one of these government issued ID. So number three, you must have an ND in one of the following disciplines, specifically for people who have finished from particular courses. So they want people who have studied chemical engineering, petroleum engineering, electrical engineering, or mechanical engineering. So if you've not studied any of these four courses, unfortunately you cannot apply for Mobil's apprenticeship program. And number five, finish with a minimum of a lower credit, and you must not have finished anytime later than 2019. So they want people who have finished from 2019 to 2023. They don't want people who graduated 2018, 2017. Anytime before 2019, you cannot apply for Mobil's apprenticeship programs. So now that I've talked about the eligibility requirements, let's go into the recruitment stages. So there are three recruitment stages in total. The first thing you have to do is obviously submit your application online. The link to apply will be in the comment section. So after watching the video, you can just click on the link and go apply to Mobil's apprenticeship program, right? So what you have to do is first submit an application online. And I mentioned that after submitting an application, you are supposed to check your email to make sure that you've gotten a confirmation email that your application has been received. That's one. Now, the second recruitment stage is the aptitude test. Now, it's very important for you to note that not everybody who applies will be shortlisted for an aptitude test. You need to have met the minimum requirements I've talked about earlier on in the video that will be invited for an aptitude test. Now, for the aptitude test, you'll be required to just take general aptitude test questions and specific discipline questions. So that depends on the course you studied or the division that you've applied to join. Now, if you pass the aptitude test, you'll be recruited for the second stage, which is a personal interview, one-on-one interview, right? And for this interview, you'll be asked general interview questions and then technical questions, because if you remember, I mentioned that they wanted people from specific disciplines, people who have studied engineering courses. So you'll be asked technical questions that's specific to engineering, oil and gas, and different things like that. So if you pass the personal interview, you'll be shortlisted for the third stage, which is basically the medical screening and the background check. So I think it's a standard practice for companies in Nigeria to conduct medical screening, although I'm not exactly sure why. So depending on the company, they would either tell you to go to a specific hospital or they would ask you to go to any hospital of your choice and bring the results. I don't know. I don't know how it works really. So apart from the medical screening, they also have the security screening as well, which is basically the same thing as a background check to check that you don't have criminal records and different things like that. So those are basically the three application stages for Exxon's apprenticeship program. So just a run through, we have the aptitude test, we have the personal interview. Then we have the medical screening and background check. So if you pass all of these stages, you get an offer letter to join Mobil's apprenticeship programs. Alright, so for this week's job highlight section, this is a section where I talk about just 2 to 3 companies that are currently recruiting, but I cannot necessarily make a full video about the application process or their recruitment stages. So the first one is Phillips Consulting. They are currently recruiting for their 2023 graduate internship program. Applications are open to the 3rd of August 2023. And then the second organization that is currently recruiting is Recare. They are currently recruiting for their graduate training internship, and applications are open to the 31st of July 2023. So those are the 2 job openings that we'll be highlighting for this week's video. Don't forget, the links that apply to each of the job opportunities will be in the comment section. So all you have to do is just click it and go apply, okay? And that has brought us to the end of today's video. Do not forget to smash that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up.